Good day, everyone, and welcome to the F1 Corner, end of practice day in Belgium. And I think we're on for a pretty interesting weekend. Max Verstappen topping the chart at the end of FP2, and throughout all day, the Red Bull, the Racing Point, and the Mercedes, all within tenths of a second of each other on a 1 minute and 44 seconds lap. That's amazing. So, quickly, the Mercedes look like they are on top again. Yes, Verstappen was on top after FP2, but FP1 was all Mercedes, and even this afternoon, Hamilton third, Bottas sixth. They ran mostly race setups, so it is a little bit less representative of their true pace, but still Mercedes looks like they are the team to beat again this weekend. Red Bull could maybe upset a bit their plan. They seem like they could be in the mix a little bit. Verstappen for sure will try again to do his best and keep his second place in the championship that he got at the moment in front of Valtteri Bottas. For sure, this is a track that is very long, offers a lot of overtaking opportunities, but it is also a track that rewards engine power, as we will see later when we talk about other teams. So it's a bit of a compromise. Where do you want to put your setups? Do you want to put everything on low drag for those high straight, long straight, Eau Rouge, la Radillon, La Source in this Belgium track? Or do you want to keep some downforce for the high speed and slow speed corner of sector 2 and 3? It's a tricky balance to find, and I think we're on for a good weekend with our top teams. Racing Point also not very far. They had 4th and 5th this morning, and Sergio Perez did again a 5th place this afternoon. Lance Stroll a little bit behind during the second practice, but was also running higher downforce setup and probably higher fuel load. But Racing Point again looking strong. They are a team that, if everything goes well, could even be fighting for podium in Belgium. It's a track that suits their car and has always been since the team began racing. McLaren also not at their top, but they are in that midfield pack along with Renault, doing somewhere between 6th and 10th place pretty much all day. Daniel Ricciardo did an amazing lap this afternoon, getting a 2nd place in FP2, which is great, but had to retire his car with only 20 minutes left in the session for hydraulic issues. So is it troublesome for Renault? We'll see. I think it was probably just bad luck and they will just come back strong for quali tomorrow. But Renault in that midfield again this weekend. The team that I think is really gonna struggle is Ferrari. They are simply not there. Both practice session, the car not doing better than a 14th place in FP1. So, and this afternoon, 17 for Vettel, 15 for Leclerc. They are over half a second behind the Alfa Romeo of Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi. Currently, the Ferrari's pace in those practice sessions is the same as the Williams, which are currently a bad team in Formula 1. We don't want to see Ferrari fight with Williams, but this is where they are at the moment. It's going to be very tough, and it's sad because last year at the same track, Charles Leclerc was getting his first Formula 1 win. This year, they will be fighting at the back of the pack unless something really big changes by tomorrow, which I really doubt. Which also is the case for all the Ferrari powered team. They are the 3 worst team so far this weekend, apart from Williams, who just doesn't seem to have a good car overall. What allows them probably to fight with those other teams is the Mercedes engine that is more powerful than the other. So Williams will be fighting at the back of the field, but it's going to be a sad fight considering which teams are going to be there. The Alfa Romeo, just mentioned, slightly above the Ferrari, but also not great. But goes to show that they probably don't have such a bad package if they can beat the likes of Charles and Sebastian. Haas, probably the worst start of a weekend that you can imagine. Neither car ran in FP1 for power issues, and this afternoon they only came out with 30 minutes left in FP2 after changing Kevin Magnussen's engine. And Romain Grosjean, it's still a bit blurry as to why he waited so much. Apparently, they don't change the engine, as we heard, but more news to come. But yeah, for Haas, it's the worst that can probably happen. They've been last in FP2, obviously, since they could only run like 5 or 6 laps each, and it's only going to be damage control from this point on. It's a really sad weekend also for Haas. It's going to be tough. And who did we not talk about? Yeah, AlphaTauri. Again, nobody knows where they are. During practice, fighting for 10. So they will be there for this maybe 8th, 9th, and 10th position, as they have always been since the beginning of the season. Looking for a few little points here and there. Pierre Gasly driving superbly well since the last few weeks. It's going to be intriguing. And what should we watch for this weekend? Well, obviously the weather, because we are in the mountains and weather can change super quickly in Spa. There are forecasts of rain for potentially tomorrow on quali and for Sunday during the race. And still, this track is so long that you can have part of the track where it's drenched in water and another part where it's super dry with the sun coming down on the tarmac. So will we have some actions thanks to the weather? We'll see. A team that is not hoping for that is Racing Point, since their car does not seem to fare well in wet conditions. But it could still spice up things on Sunday. We'll have to watch for that. Tires for Mercedes. This is something we have to watch. They have been hard on their tires in Silverstone, if you remember, a few weeks ago. And that car, with those high-speed corner and just the beginning of the lap with Eau Rouge, it's going to put some extreme loads on those front and back tires. So Mercedes might have to do a bit of tire management there. Also, apparently, hearing from all the drivers, the soft compound that they have for this weekend seems to be degrading and starting to vibrate quite quickly. So will we see it really during the race, or will they more go toward the medium and hard tire if they can, even in quali? Something to watch too. And I think we're set for an amazing weekend so far. Red Bull really in the mix during practice, topping the chart and only tenths of a second behind Mercedes. In FP1, first practice, there was 11 cars all within 1 second of the lead. So it's just amazing time, and just goes to show how amazing these drivers are. Of course, everyone's going to have also a bit of a thought for Antoine Hubert, who died last year in Formula 2 race at this same track. So please, Antoine, watch over your fellow drivers. And that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe and like this video for the YouTube algorithm. Smash that like button. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you again tomorrow after the second practice session. Thank you for watching again, and take care. Have a good Grand Prix.